All right. We're actually going to get to take part in the launch of an expansion. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Okay, let's... Oh, we've got a new schedule, right? We need to get here by August. Not a very spoiler trailer, actually. Who are you? You're not a dragon. You're not a dragon. You're a Balthazar with dragon wings. Okay. Sauron, Daddy? It's Kadim 3. The return of Kadim. Maybe this is Joko. Because if you think about it, Oreen ate Joko. So Joko still lives inside Oreen's tummy. And they've merged. So perhaps Joko takes over Oreen. And this is new Joko Oreen. That's who this could be. It could be Joko Oreen. I'm pretty convinced, actually. My lore is on point. It is crisp. It is to the point. That's what I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Joko Reen. 100% Joko Reen. $22 dabs. Not bad. 22 large. Free version. The Ultimate Edition, which comes with a gold chocobo. Okay. Okay. 65 Phoenix 3. A new chapter in 2 story begins August 22nd with the launch of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, our newest expansion. Soon you'll be soaring through new maps high in the skies above Tyria. If you've unlocked Sky Scale, you fucking poor. Testing your mettle against invaders from the mists and mastering new combat options. The adventure continues after launch, with major releases planned every few months that introduce new locations, rewards that expand the features and continue the story of the Secrets of the Obscure. Visit their official website and you can buy online. Okay, so Bex has prepared for me non-spoiler versions of the notes because she's the bestest. That's what she's done. So we've got a new fractal coming. Cool. Scale adjustments. To accommodate the release of Silent Surf, the associated scales of certain fractals have been changed. Okay. Adjusted the rotation to include the Silent Surf. A new rewards tab for Silent Surf has been added to the Bling 9099's inventory. Gerald, fix the issue that caused the Blaze Bombs ring. Okay. Basic patch fixes. Okay. Disable fuse in World v World. Profession skills, have no idea about professions, can skip. To make them more reliable in endgame PvE content, all effects that benefit when the player strikes from the flank or from behind now always apply their benefits when striking defiant foes. Confusion damage has been adjusted as follows in PvE only. Damage over time, increase the base damage, increase the condition damage scaling. Damage on skill activation, reduce the base damage from 49 to 16, reduce condition damage scaling. Okay. I assume that's to prevent cheese. Is what's going on there. Okay. Oh, God, it's me, Revenant. Uh-oh. Herald, never played it. Herald's quickness application is being moved to elevated compassion and tied to maintaining upkeep skills. In its place, Draconic Echo will now cause facet passives effects to grant additional bonuses to the Herald. Vindicator is also getting some adjustments in World v World. Okay. The Core. The skill has a 5-second cooldown in World v World only. This trait no longer removes immobilization, it instead grants resistance. Okay. This trait will now also remove a damaging condition when it triggers. Reduce the number of targets from 5 to 1 for forced engagement. Increase the range from 6 to 900. Battle Scars increase base healing from 58 to 68 in PvP only. So, Herald. This trait now grants boons to nearby allies while 6 or more points of upkeep are in use, in addition to its current effect. I'm going to have to learn Herald. Fuck me. Renegade. Legendary Renegade stance. Summoned creatures now have locked Defiance bars in PvE only. And Vindicator. Strength Shield. Reduced base barrier and healing from 58 to 300 World v World. World v World. World v World. Alliance Tactics. Reduced cooldown from 10 seconds to 3 seconds in PvE only. Okay. Other classes are in the patch notes. Expansion. There we go. The Astral World. So these are things I can look at, I guess. Go big. Prepare to enter a realm of mystery and magic hidden above the clouds that has safeguarded the peace of Tyria and its people for centuries. At the initial release, soar through 2 aerial maps. Does that mean I have to have a Skystale? And explore the nooks and crannies of the Wizard's Tower Outpost. A new explorable zone will open up for discovery as the story continues and updates to come. I've got a Griffin, so, I mean, I'm kind of good. The Astral Ward. Tyrian's Hidden Protectors. Join the Astral Ward in fighting off the Cryptis forces as they crawl into Tyria through rifts in reality, laying siege to Amnissus above. As you progress through the ranks, you'll take on increasingly deadly prey in new and existing maps, and unlock new rewards for your efforts along the way. So they're also still reversing it into the original game, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Zones with flying as the focus is pretty interesting. That's a pretty interesting play. That reminds me a little bit of like Wrath of the Lich King and stuff like that. There's more. Oh, if I scroll. Scrolling. Seek and close the rifts. During your adventures, you'll master the Heart of the Obscure, a mystical artifact, and unlock additional capabilities as you train with it. You'll need to use its strange powers to track and destroy the rifts, facing new dangers as you progress. Discover the Wizard's Vault. The Wizard's Vault awards a special currency for completing daily, weekly, and regular achievements across the game. That currency can then be spent on all manner of rewards, which will be updated over time. It sounds a bit like the trading post, although older items will remain available. That sounds quite a bit like the trading post. Battle, strike missions. Assemble your allies to take down formidable bosses in 2 new strike missions. Okay, instance boss fights for new squads of 10 players. Both new strike missions will be available at launch, with challenge modes for each coming in the following releases. Okay. So, it's our schedule by August to not only beat End of Dragons, but do all the strike missions. Doable. It's doable. Is it? Yeah, as long as we don't play anything else. I don't know. As long as we don't play anything else at all. And then Chris is like, yeah, you also need to do Tears of the Kingdom, which is like, what, 200 hours or something? A new fractal is available. Will become available as part of the planned content updates for Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. Okay. It would be great to get into the new strikes when they come out. Although, do we need to have done the old strikes to do the new strikes? I don't think so. Master the Skies. Prepare to soar to new heights with the Sky Scale Mount Mastery. Prepare to soar to new heights with the Sky Scale Mount Mastery. The expansion storage is a new streamlined way to acquire the Sky Scale Mount. Oh. Kind of want to do it the old way. Kind of want to do the original way. I do actually, for a video we're working on. There's a project we're working on in the background, and I kind of want to do it the old way for that to make sense. Molly Pixie, alright. Complete the entire mastery track to unlock a demonic Skyscale mount skin for your collection. Advanced flight masteries. The new flight masteries are built to complement existing mastery lines. For example, as you progress, you'll unlock the ability for flying mounts to use ley lines and updrafts including those in previous maps. The new mastery line also includes previous sky scale abilities like air rescue and wall launch. As a bonus for dedicated players, training both masteries will unlock bonuses for those skills. Okay. 3D armor sets so you can look like Bram, so skip. Rich rewards as you complete story chapters, collections, and achievements. You'll uncover a treasure trove of rewards, weapon sets, unique weapons, back items, combat tonics, infusions, guild decorations, miniatures, emotes, and more. Lego armor. A future release will introduce brand new set of Lego armor that becomes infused with magic in combat. Essential materials and components for Lego armor collection will be available beginning at launch, so you can build up resources right away. Oh, I don't like that. Pass on that. Don't like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Or that. Don't like that either. If it was in a fine yellow cloth, then it might be okay. If it was a fine yellow cloth, then maybe we could get somewhere. Beautiful city. Very nice, very nice. And of course, the burning blades of death. So we already have rifts, though. I wonder how these are going to be different, because we have done some rifts in Guild Wars 2 before. We have been a rifty boy. Okay. What sort? W rifts, W fun, W pleasure. It'll be really interesting to... I tell you what I'm most interested in, I think we'll do the strikes anyway, is to do them before the pug meta exists. Because as you guys know, when we do all these blind raids, everybody's always kind of, lol, that's not how it's done. Lol, this is not how we do these things. Lol, they're doing it wrong. Whereas the good thing about doing it at launch is it's like nobody knows how to do these things. And that's how interesting strats are developed and things like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll be pretty. That's going to be pretty interesting, is to do that and see like, oh, what's this? Combat. Today we announced the Secrets of the Obscure, a new expansion launching later this year. If you're looking for high-level overview of the expansion as a whole, check out the official site. But our combat philosophy. In our Spring Update blog, we talked about how we're looking for ways to add meaningful combat choices besides adding new elite specializations. With core trait lines and 3 expansions worth of elite specializations, each profession already has access to tons of roles and playstyles. Ah! They're suffering from the Mr. Pandaria problem. Interesting. Okay, what's their decision on it? They're suffering from the Mr. Pandaria problem. I did think about this. It's actually in my notes for my overall Guild Wars 2 impression. For Guild Wars 2 Secrets of Obscure, we focused our efforts on bolstering and refining existing combat systems and removing long-standing limitations to put even more compelling build choices in your hands. Weapon Master Training. One of the best parts about an expansion release is getting used to a new weapon and weapon skills from elite specializations, something I've not experienced yet. Up until now, you can only equip each elite specialization's weapon by locking yourself into that elite specialization's trait line. But what if you could charge into the fray as a hammer-wielding holosmith or control the battlefield as a firebrand with a longbow? This expansion will introduce Weapon Master Training, which turns the elite specialization weapons already associated with each profession into core proficiencies. Once you've unlocked Weapon Master Training in the expansion, you'll be able to use elite specialization weapons without the corresponding trait line equipped. This will be the case even if you haven't trained an elite specialization. That means that even if you don't own the other expansions, you'll be able to mix and match weapons from the elite specs associated with them. You'll still need to own the appropriate expansion to fully unlock each elite spec to make use of its trait line, not to mention getting the signature weapon and armor piece. Here are the weapons that will become a part of each profession's core proficiencies in Guild Wars 2. Revenant will get shield, greatsword, and shortbow. Okay. As a fun bonus, this means we're also introducing a few new skills for edge cases like Berserker's Primal Burst while wielding a dagger or the Untame's Unleashed Ambush while wielding a staff. We're excited about the new freedom this will open up for all types of players. If you simply prefer a particular weapon, you'll be free to equip it with that regardless of your spec. If you like experimenting and optimizing your build, you'll have a ton of new combinations to explore. You'll be able to try out Weapon Master Training and combine different weapons and elite specs over our beta weekend, which is in June to July. Okay. Rune rework. In the same spirit of opening more meaningful build choices, we're excited to be streamlining the rune system. As they exist in the game today, runes have 5 tiers of relatively straightforward bonuses, and the 6th tier is a wildcard that can offer additional bonuses or special effects. The wildcard 6th tier arbitrarily linked 2 build components to a single choice. Keeping with the theme of our combat updates for expansion, we're splitting those into 2 separate choices to give players more control. With the first release in August, the 6th tier of each rune set will instead complete the stat bonuses associated with that rune set, and the additional special effects or conditional bonuses will be removed entirely. That just sounds like a straight power increase. But fear not. Special bonus effects in combat aren't just going away as a category. We've split them off into their own build components, so you can choose both the stats you want and which special effect is right for your build, which brings us to relics. Everyone's build will include a relic slot that becomes usable at level 60. Many of the relics that are available to players regardless of expansion ownership will cover the functionality of popular 6th tier rune bonuses. For example, the Relic of the Troopers effect is identical to the previous 6th tier Trooper rune effect. Remove a condition from each effective ally after using a shout skill. Other core relics have been of an updated effect compared to the 6th tier rune they used to be associated with, like Relic of the Thief. Upon striking an enemy with a weapon skill that has a cooldown or resource cost, gain 1% strike damage for 6 seconds, up to a maximum of 5 stacks, and refresh the duration of all 6. Generally, you'll be able to get relics through crafting, instance content like fractals and strike missions, reward tracks, achievements, etc. To celebrate the new system, we'll distribute a relic selection box to all players. Jesus Christ. Nice. Hey, we got a new system. Here it is. Go play with it. Okay. Where's the grind? I don't know, man. It doesn't feel rewarding if there's no massive grind to even try it out. Feels like a pain in the ass. Don't I need to collect like a ton of AP or something? You just gotta give it me when I log in? That doesn't feel rewarding at all. Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure can look forward to expansion exclusive relics as well. Some of these will become available at launch, others following later. A future update, expanded weapon proficiency. To round off our combat systems updates, we're granting each profession proficiency with an additional weapon. Like we said earlier, getting to play with a new weapon and changing out your first 5 skills is one of the most impactful parts of an elite spec for many players. The weapon and weapon skills we'll introduce each profession in Guild Wars 2 are meant to satisfy that itch of a new skill set. We just focused on making these weapons fit with existing trait lines. This is planned for the second major release after launch, and we're aiming to ship those major releases quarterly. We'll have more details about the style of play associated with these weapons as we get closer to this feature shipping. And later this year, we'll have a beta for you to preview the changes. For now, here's the lineup of who's getting what. Revenants are getting scepters. Okay. I like my two-handed sword, man. I'm okay with my 2H. I like it. I can be a herald with it, maybe. Try and see. This weekend, June 29th to July, we'll be previewing weapon training for anyone who wants to... I'm not here this weekend, you son of a bitch. I'm literally just not here. Maybe we could play around with it on Sunday or something. Oh my... I do want to try the Thief, though. With the, I wanted to try Deadeye, considering its utility we've seen a million times. I did want to try that out. Good morning, JD! Cuddles to you, JD. Okay. Pretty big. Yeah, beta tomorrow. Staff Deadeye. I kind of want to play with the bow. This is really interesting to me, because they have hit the Mr. Pandaria problem, as where we can't just keep adding more and more abilities to the game. Like, it just gets ridiculous. This is an interesting solution, is to give people skills that are already essentially in the game, but just give them different weapons to play with and balance it out while still feeling fresh and new for some people. I like this solution. At least on the paper, I like this solution. Yeah, exactly. This is a problem that all MMOs face, and World of Warcraft, as you know, has been through this cycle a couple of times now, where they're like... And now they're of the opinion, fuck it, like, it's just not fun if we don't add more stuff, and we can take it away in the future or whatever, but we should be adding more stuff. Like, they've been through this cycle before. It's one of the a good advantage a lot of games have is to look at what the other people have done and adapt it to their style. Yeah. Well, they've got a much easier time here with just giving people different weapons because a lot of it already exists. So they just need to like tweak the numbers to make sure it's viable, right? That's all. Because what you don't want is like, oh, I've really been looking forward to playing like Shield, Scepter, Revenant, fucking Vindicator or whatever, and it's just no damage. Like that's not gonna work. So they could tweak those numbers without actually having to just add in a bunch of new trait lines and stuff like that and come up with all magic stuff. And the rune stuff, they've already got most of that in the game, and they can add some fun stuff on top of it. Very cool. Very cool. Personally, I don't think I'll be changing too much, at least with my Vindicator, until I learn some Herald, maybe. I guess it comes down to practicality. Like, I like my two-hander for DPS, and my staff is there to be CC break machine when it's necessary, and blocking and whatever. Yeah, exactly. So it says somewhere you can now. It was in here, I think. So we could Greatsword Herald. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, we saw it. We read it there somewhere. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ooh. Very cool. Excellent. All right, that's really exciting. We might be able to play a little bit on Sunday. I'm not sure what time I get back on Saturday. Nupps has sent me my tickets. Let me hide it a sec. I don't want you guys stalking my train. Scary. So I go at 6:30 tomorrow night. I get to London at 9 p.m. I'm back on Saturday. Well, I'm back in Manchester at 1:45. So another 25 minutes to get back to the house. Maybe we could have an afternoon stream on Saturday. Depends if I'm tired or whatever, but yeah, I get back into Manchester at 1 p.m. Saturday. So I'll be back in the house 1:30-ish. Something like that. See how Ben is and do anything I need to do. So maybe, that's a maybe. It's a maybe. It's a maybe at best. It's a maybe at best. Sunday's more likely. Our trains are always on time. What the fuck? The UK train system is not that bad. It's just stupidly expensive. For example, my trains to London, is this per ticket? Manchester to London, which is a 2-hour train ride. It's 2 hours, right? It's a 2-hour train ride from Manchester to London. It's £103. Like, that's just excessive for a 2-hour train ride. It's 103 quid. £103, 90 pence. I'm not sure if this is including the return, though, because it says that there. I think the return also says 103.90. Nupps could confirm. That's either the return price or both. That's a return. All right, so that's to London and back is 103. So it's 50 quid each way. Still, I feel that's a bit expensive for a 2-hour train ride. It's £50. A Cork to Dublin is like €30. Yeah. Yeah. £50 is a lot of money for a 2-hour train ride. It's a lot of money. 2 hours, 10 minutes, give or take. You would pay $3 to go that far. Yeah, exactly. It's really... They have a weird system in the UK. As if you cross county lines, they have these stupid rules. The price just jumps up for some reason because they've crossed the county line. They rip you off in such an extraordinarily stupid way. Either way, it is what it is. Okay, so we'll see. I'll tweet out on that on Saturday, depending on how my schedule's going. See how I feels and whatnots. Those kinds of things. I live on an island to get to the mainland. What's that? Oh, I missed the line. Schedule is journey to this on the 22nd. Baldur's Gate on the 30th. Baldur's Gate comes out the week of the Guild Wars 2 expansion. Why do you do this?